have Rodolfo Vieira versus Armen Petrosyan. Rodolfo Vieira, the black belt hunter, the grappling extraordinaire. He's 9-2. He is 3-2 in his last five, coming off of that submission victory, I believe, over Cody Brundage. Armen Petrosyan, 8-2, 4-1 in his last five. I believe he's coming off a decision victory over Christian Leroy Duncan, the CLD guy. Um, yeah, so man, this fight is just so hard to predict, in my opinion. So the odds right now, minus 120 for Rodolfo Vieira, open up at a minus 130. So if I remember correctly, I feel like these are like the exact same odds that they had last time. So this is
Yeah.
literally just a pick 'em. Haven't seen too much action either way. Alex, I'll let you start off this fight here. What do you think about Rodolfo Vieira versus Armen Petrosyan here?
Tough, man. This is a tough fight. I mean, this fight is essentially a clash of two styles, grappler versus striker. Um, Petrosyan, great in the stand-up game. I think he can go toe-to-toe with anyone. Utilizes his leg kicks well to, set up his hands. Um, if the opponent isn't pressuring him, like he'll just slowly pick you apart. Uh, One thing is, he doesn't panic when he gets taken down either. He's faced some pretty high level BJJ guys like RoboCop and Kaio.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think they're on the level of Rodolfo Vieira in terms of the grappling. I think Vieira is that good at BJJ and grappling. Um, So, Petrosyan did get controlled by Kaio, Bohalio for like 7 minutes. But he never panicked. Um, so yeah, like to beat Petrosyan, I think you need to pressure him and kind of step on that gas pedal. And then if we look at Vieira, when I was watching him, he's built like a tank,
Yeah.
very bulky. He's going to shoot for takedowns, right? Like that. He's gonna do that, no questions asked. I do want to point out that there is a cardio issue on Rodolfo Vieira's side. I think the later this fight goes on, the advantage will swing to Petrosyan, but I don't know. I don't know how this fight's going to play out. So probably going to pass here.
Yeah, yeah, I understand the pass. I mean, Rodolfo Vieira, world-class Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills, actually has pretty explosive takedowns. He relies more on that speed and power to get those takedowns because, like you mentioned, I mean, this guy's a tank, pretty strong guy. Rodolfo, he can weather storms. I mean, look at the fight against Cody Brundage. He was getting kind of pieced up by Brundage in the first round, almost was KO'd, and then came back to get the sub, right? So I like that he doesn't give up easily. He will continue to try to fight and get the win. Even in that Chris Curtis loss that he had, he was not doing well. I mean, he was getting all of his takedown stuff, but this guy was trying till the last second to try to do something, which is something that I like. Even though, yes, he does have a cardio issue, but he does have heart, which is something that I like. Uh, Decent striking, but this guy is trying to get the fight to the ground and just go for the subs with his jiu-jitsu skills. Conditioning, it seems to have somewhat improved, though, in my opinion. I feel like ever since the loss to Fluffy, Anthony Hernandez, I think that he's gotten a little better, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for most of these kind of fighters in the UFC, especially the ranked fighters. So I feel like Rodolfo is probably going to top out around this level. Armen Petrosyan, decorated kickboxer, has found some success in the UFC, can be a brawler and has decent technique, good chin. uh, I actually think he has a decent get up game. He might not have a decent like takedown defense game because he does get taken down, but he tries to actually get his way back up, and he usually succeeds in getting back up as well. Um, but if this fight gets in any kind of grappling, holding situation, crotch sniffing situation, Armin is going to be at a disadvantage the longer that transition kind of exchange goes, right? He's going up against a guy who's just can pull subs from a lot of different angles and a lot of different ways. I saw that in his last fight against Christian Leroy Duncan, he got his back taken at one point, and Christian Leroy Duncan had like maybe almost a knee bar or something like that, where he was grabbing Armin's knee. And I can just imagine what Rodolfo is going to do if he gets in that position because Rodolfo has been known to just hop on a dude's back at some point and choke him out. So I think that this is going to be a classic striker grappler matchup. One of these fighters is going to dominate the way they're going to win. I think that either Armin might knock this guy out or just kind of dance on him for 15 minutes, or Rodolfo is going to get a sub pretty much. So I'm actually leaning Rodolfo by sub right now, but I'm passing like I did the first time when this fight was made. I just don't see much value in this fight. I feel like it's just one of those things where you flip a coin and see what happens. So that's why it's a pick 'em for both iterations of this fight. So Rodolfo by sub is my pick, but yeah, I'm passing on this fight. I'm good on that.